Alright, so here's my F1145 all finished up. I decided to go with a different light setup than I intended to originally. I was going to mount some halogen lights down here around the footrest area, but I decided to use the roll bar and put a light bar on it. So I found this, it's a 20-inch light bar, and it's just the right length for the top of there, as you can see. I didn't want to drill into it, so I decided to go with magnets, and I have them zip tied because this bar likes to vibrate a lot when this machine's at idle. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. It's nice and sturdy up there. It's not going anywhere, as you can see. And then for the rear setup, I put this single John Deere halogen light back here, and I was gonna go with like an LED light pod originally, but I had one of these lying around and I figured out, hell, I might as just well use it, and it throws a decent amount of light out. So for wiring these up, I just wired a switch straight to the battery. As you can see, I ran my negative and positive right to each terminal, and I ran those light wires. You can see the blue in this one. I ran them right through the main loom of the harness, and they come up right under the control panel here. So I had this this little panel here that was originally had nothing on it, and I decided to drill it out and put the switch in. So the wires just drop right down there, and they come in through this loom all the way back to the battery like that. And then I ran the wires for the light bar across underneath the seat, can't really see them, and then up the side of the roll bar. Right like so. But yeah, it's a really solid setup. I really like it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And here's a closer look at the blade. I had the dealer recondition it before I purchased it from them, and they put a new wear bar on it, as you can see. And on a side note, this thing has been used quite a few times since I made the video of the time lapse of me working on it. So I've had it out and working, as you can see. They replaced one of the hoses right here. This hose looks to be original and looks fine from what I can tell, but yeah, this one was replaced. And they also painted the front of it, which came out fairly decent. But yeah, so I've plowed with this, well, probably about 4 or 5 times since I put it all together, and I'm just really happy with it. I'm really impressed just with the power of it and the weight of it. I haven't needed to chain it up yet, which is nice. I plow a lot of driveways and don't really want to go marking them up, and I'm so impressed with it. It was so worth buying a plow for, and going through what it needed to be reliable for the winter. Something else I had to replace on this was the battery. The original X-side battery was in this since 2014, since I bought it. And that battery was starting to go. It was on its way out. It would get cold and it would always need a jump. So, you know, it was pretty much at the end of its service life. So I bought this Deca, and so far it's been pretty good. It's a 450 cold cranking amps, and it's perfect for my needs. I'll also show you the tire I replaced. It's the left-hand tire. It's pretty much brand new. It's got some runtime on it, but this was the last tire to wear out on it. The one that was here before. So this is the new one. It's just a Carlisle Turfmaster, 18 by 8.5 by 8. And now I have a full matching set. And traction with these is pretty good. You know, this has 4-wheel drive, so it's been pretty good in the snow. Haven't needed to chain it up. Usually just throw it in a 4-wheel drive, you know, when I need to get out of that tricky area. But I'd say about 70% of the time I plow in 2-wheel drive. This just has so much weight front end up here. The big transmission and all. So I only throw it in when I'm, you know, either on ice or totally spinning out in the front. And works very well. Works quite well. Has a diff lock too. Use that on occasion. Haven't really needed it, but I do have a set of chains that'll fit these 23s up here. Something else that I really like about plowing on this is the visibility you have of the plow. I'm used to plowing on a garden tractor, and the plow is, you know, way up in front of the hood, so you can't see directly down on the plow. So I think that's really nice, being able to basically have a bird's eye view of everything, and have the, you know, engine and exhaust fumes behind you. It's really nice. I really like that about it. I also picked up this the seat cover for it to protect the original seat. It's pretty comfortable. Just clips around the back like that. This also does have a seat belt. I don't really use it that much, but show you the lights on. But yeah, this one here is really handy. You know, when you need to turn around and back up, there's plenty of light out so you can see whatever's behind you. Because I'd say about 50% of the plowing I do is at night. And these have really come in handy. Now, the one thing about the light bar is the brackets that it came with have it at such an angle that it's not directly out in front, like down towards here, the footrest area in the plow. It's further out, and I have it adjusted all the way down, so to say. But it just throws so much stray light that I don't even think I'm gonna buy bracket or other brackets for it, so I can change the angle. It's plenty of light, and you'll see in my snow plowing video how it looks at night. But yeah, it's nice and bright. Fire it up for you. I'm also really happy that I decided to do the fuel pickups when I did. It's so much more better now. It's such a peace of mind now that I can run a whole tank down and you know, not worrying about it not sucking fuel when it gets to a quarter left. So that's really nice. Plan to make a little clip of this thing at night just to show you how much light it'll throw. It's quite impressive. So thanks for watching, and please comment, rate, and subscribe.